So I went to court against bad people, and the judge didn't get to let me call a witness and didn't look at any evidence. So
My goodness, that sounds like a terrific miscarriage of justice. But wait, this is Chile de Castro. I'm assuming we've all seen this video where he attempts to explain to himself and his followers his failure to obtain a temporary restraining order against Kate Peter and Josh Abrams. As we have all come to know, Chilito has been known to lie just a bit. But how do we know he's lying? Besides the fact that his lips are moving. The first thing I noticed when viewing this video was that his eyes were bloodshot. To me, and in my opinion, Chile had been crying. What I call rage crying. I've been there. Have you? You're so angry, you react with stinging, salty tears. It's devastating. That's what we're going to take a look at today. How do we know when someone is lying? Hello everybody and everybody else. My name is ScrypKat and this is ScrypKat Says.
So the judge sat up there, listened to two people's stories who just lied their asses off, and then
a great deal has been made of eye movements with regard to unmasking a liar. Recent studies, however, have pretty much debunked these theories. What we have to look at is the totality of the person. No easy task, especially when contact with an individual is not a daily occurrence. There are a lot of tells in a person's body language which give away the lie.
Didn't look at any of the evidence and then just ruled against me. So, I talked to a friend yesterday and they said, there's a chance you'll lose the case anyway. And then from there...
As you can see, Chile is not a happy camper. Those pressed lips tell us he can't believe what's happened. In my opinion, those eyes are nearly ready to tear up again. Some of these tells include the inability to maintain eye contact or staring into your eyes for too long, turning the head away when speaking the lie or just after, fidgeting, as exhibited by the tapping of feet, playing with hair, or picking at body parts, usually the hands, or picking at other things like napkins, bottle labels, or playing with silverware. They just can't seem to stay still. Waving about the hands, especially with the palms facing themselves, is also common. As the adage goes, most Italians wouldn't be able to talk at all if their hands were tied behind their backs. Remember what I said about a person's normal?
Look, I've got to get back to mission here. There's people, the lawsuits I'm doing are going to go through. So, let the trolls celebrate and you get to be creepy more. You get to be creepy for longer. Like it's so, you people are so creepy. The people who stalk me are so creepy. Like, what's that like to be such a creeper? How do you tell your friends and family that you do the things you do? Okay, they got owned, all these things. Okay, so who cares?
You care, Chile. Oh yes, you care. The key is whether these behaviors are normal for the person or not. I knew a girl in high school who couldn't sit still to save herself, but that was her normal. If she had ever sat still for 10 minutes at a time, we all would have known something was wrong. This is why the police interview people multiple times, switching out the interviewer and leaving the person alone for long periods of time. They are being watched in an attempt to ascertain their normal. At this point, I'd like to break away to my favorite YouTube psych channel, Psych2Go, and hear what they have to say.
Here are 8 signs your friend may be lying to you. Number 1, they do a lot of hand gestures. Observe your friend's body language carefully. Experts believe that people often gesture a lot with their hands when they're lying, especially if they do it after speaking instead of during. Their minds are so busy coming up with the lie and making up a story to support it that they often delay their gesturing and movements. Someone who is lying is also more likely to use both hands when gesturing, face their palms away from you, and exaggerate their movements. 2, they fidget more than usual. Do you notice them fidgeting more than usual? Do they shuffle their feet or touch their face and play with their hair? All of these are examples of nervous tics that people subconsciously do when they're lying. When you're nervous, your heartbeat accelerates and your automatic nervous system goes into overdrive, causing you to feel restless and on edge. 3, they break eye contact with you. You might think that when someone is lying to you, they can't look you straight in the eyes. However, a recent study showed that liars are actually 70% more likely to stare directly at you than those who are telling the truth. This is because they want to appear more confident and act as if they have nothing to hide. The real trick is if they can maintain eye contact with you, because liars have a tendency to break eye contact a lot. Number 4, their tone of voice changes. Does your friend talk quickly or raise their voice when they get defensive? Aside from body language or facial cues, you can listen closely to their tone of voice. People who are nervous talk in a higher pitch than normal because the muscles in your vocal cords tighten up as an instinctive response to stress. Other tells include cracks in their voice, frequently clearing their throat, and if they swallow before they speak. Number 5, they repeat words or phrases. Do you notice that your friend repeats certain words or phrases over and over again when they're giving you an excuse as to why they're late or missed an event? While that doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying to you, it should still make you suspicious. Liars tend to talk more and repeat themselves a lot to seem more open, honest, and genuine. Number 6, they give very vague answers. Does your friend give you really vague answers like, I have this really important thing I need to do, and just leave it at that? Studies show that vague answers like these often mean that the person is lying. They might also repeat questions before answering them, intentionally leaving out important details and say or a lot instead of responding right away. Number 7, they quickly end the conversation. Once your friend thinks they've convinced you of their lies, they'll want to end the conversation as soon as possible. They might change the topic or act indifferently by checking their watch, shrugging, or looking bored to prompt you to end the conversation. They might also excuse themselves by saying they have somewhere else to be or an appointment they're running late for, or pretend to answer a phone call and leave. And number 8, you sense something is off with them. Finally, if all else fails, go with your gut. If you sense that your friend seems off or notice they're acting suspiciously lately, then there's probably more to the story. One study found that participants could intuitively tell when someone was lying with up to 43% accuracy. There are a lot of nonverbal cues that our subconscious mind may pick up that tells us that our friends are lying or hiding something from us.
Chili believes he is a terrific actor and can mask these signs. However, a lot of signs that he's lying do filter through. Recently, Chili was auditing a traffic stop. A man and woman had been stopped and were being questioned. The man was arrested, but the woman was freed. Chili went on a rampage when he realized that 2 of the frauditors were also there. He was clout chasing, hoping to be featured in the others' channels. Chili promised the woman he would order her an Uber to get home, as the car she arrived in was going to be towed.
I need a bag.
I know you do. I know.
They put me on a donut.
No, I'm okay. I don't want a donut.
They won't even let me get a bag. Let me put my donut in. Hey, you said go.
Honey, I think because you need a bath, I think you should get on the bus.
I don't need no bath.
You just said you need a bath.
I didn't say I need no bath, sir. I live in an apartment,
Okay.
2-bedroom.
Well,
I think what she said, if I'm not mistaken, is that she needed her bag. I might be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, please. But yeah.
Shout out to Irish Demon for this very telling piece of video.
you want me to try to call you an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try
I
it.
don't need no bath.
Okay, then let's try it.
You just lied and said you was a man, please.
I lied?
But can I get my speaker? They need to give me my coat and all that shit. A coat.
Is there anything in that van? You're never going to see that again. Is there anything in there?
He just got it out.
Okay.
He just got it out 2 hours ago. And my speaker is in there. She had that shit in it. I ain't gonna get my speaker or nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought she said.
Why they won't look and What, you on YouTube?
I'm calling you an Uber.
But can't you give, they gonna take the speakers and everything. I know what I have.
Why don't you get it out now? Get your
I
speaker.
can't get none now. I can't care. See, they ain't the-
It was at this moment that Chili received a $50 PayPal or Cash App donation specifically to hire this woman an Uber.
So where's the Uber, Chili?
Nope, I'm going. There was nothing more I could have done from her. If I had called her the Uber, she would have fucked it up. If I tried to walk her to the bus, it would have gone all bad. I can't help her any further.
You could have driven her home.
She smelled so bad. I mean, it was awful.
I'm not even sure what to say at this point. Come to your own conclusions about what kind of human being Jose Chilito de Castro is. As always, folks, join me next time when we delve into the rabbit hole that is the mindset of frauditors and soft-suits. And remember, when given a choice, call the lady a damn Uber. Bye for now.